Hello everyone. It's coming up for Father's Day, so I was looking out for a nice card to make for Father's Day, and I found this kit. It's by Carol Dunn and it's on Crafts You Print, and as you can see it's a double tent card. It goes up and down at the front, up and down at the back. The front has got the Happy Father's Day and an octagon logo. The inside has a beer and football, two popular themes for fathers. So it's always difficult to find something suitable, isn't it? And then on the back, I've put a blank octagon and another strip saying Happy Father's Day. It's really easy to make, stands up nicely, and as I say, it's all available from the kit. But once I'd made this card, I had lots of logos and things left, so I actually made a second card from it. I got myself a 6x6 blank card, and I used some of the leftovers to put the beer paper on the back, the beer logo on the front. It's actually a fold back front there, so it hides what's inside until you open it and reveal the happy birthday. So two cards, one for Father's Day, one for a birthday, and you can mix and match the themes for football, beer, or a little of both. So this one is actually what the kit is all about. I'm going to put the link to it down underneath the video, so you can just click on and go and order it. It costs £1.20, but once you've ordered it, it's yours forever. So remember to save it. That way you can make as many of these cards as you like in the future for your own personal use or to sell at craft fairs or on Etsy. So it's pretty good value for money. Now on Crafts You Print, as I've mentioned, they send you a download instantly and you print it out using a colour printer. If you don't have a printer, you can actually order the colour copies at 25p a sheet, and there are 3 sheets in this kit, so it's still pretty cost effective. And the cost, as I mentioned, was £1.20, but if you want to pay for it in euros or dollars, you just click the pound symbol at the top of the website page and change it into the currency you want to pay in. So it's all nice and easy. So you've ordered your download, it's arrived, you've saved it, and you've printed it out. So you'll have 3 sheets that look something like this. Sheet 1 has the larger one of these. It's got 2 panels with beer bottles on, and down at the bottom it's got the beer octagon and the red footballer. Sheet 2 looks very similar, but it's got smaller panels, and you need to note that for when we make the second card, because this is the one that I use again. It's got at the bottom a happy birthday and a blank, and this is what I used on the back of the card to write the sentiment or to write your own personal message. And the third sheet has got lots of extras on it. It's on this one that I found the Happy Father's Day octagon, a ribbon with Happy Father's Day, and different coloured strip. So if Dad's a fan of a different team, you can choose a blue, red, green or purple kit as appropriate. So nice and easy, it covers all eventualities. So once you've printed those out, you'll have 2 sheets like this. And before you start to cut, I always like to do the scoring first. So on sheet 1, it indicates that you're going to fold it here, just once. So I'm going to put my ruler down on that mark, and I'm going to use the back of my scissors to just score along. You can use a proper scoring tool if you like, or you can use a kitchen knife that's not serrated, it's got a blunt edge, anything that will just break the fibres so that when you fold this card it'll go nicely along and make a nice sharp fold. So that's done for that one. Sheet 2 here has got 2 folds, here and here. So again, I'm going to score them by using my ruler and my scissors. And again here. And then we're good to get started. So what you'll do now is cut out the pieces that you want, the colour of strip, the greetings, whatever it is that you're going to make your first card with. And once you've done that, you'll have a pile something like this. So starting with sheet 1, this larger one, I'm just going to bend it along that line that we scored. It's going nice and easily. And I'm going to use a bone folder to press along the edge, make a nice sharp fold. If you don't have a bone folder, you can just use some sort of plastic credit card or something like that and zip along. So that's the first part of our card. Sheet 2 has the second 2-panel piece, and again there were 2 folds on this, so I'm going to fold it over the first one and press it. That's a mounting fold. This second fold goes the other way. It's going to be a valley fold, so just fold that up and again press it with your bone folder or your credit card. Get a nice sharp crease. So now we've got our 2 tent pieces, but as yet they're not joined together. The joining piece is here where it says glue, but instead of glue I'm going to use double-sided tape because it sticks instantly, so it's nice and quick when I'm doing the demonstration, but it also is nice and strong, so I know that it's going to do a good job. So the important thing is to press it really well, because that's the secret for getting the backing paper off nice and easily. As long as the base is stuck, you'll be able to get that off. So we're going to join the 2 pieces together, but the important thing is make sure that the bottles are going in the correct direction, which looks good. And then just lay it onto that fold with the tape, press it down, and it'll join the 2 parts together. Again, I'm going to just press everything out now, make sure it's really sharply folded to make sure that it stands up really nicely. Lovely. So we've got a big back piece and the smaller front piece, and we're ready to decorate. So on the front, because it's a Father's Day, I've chosen to put the Happy Father's Day octagon logo first. As you can see, when I stick it down, I'm only going to stick the lower half and not put glue on the top half because that stands up proud. So just use your glue. I'm using wet glue here because I want it to be able to slide and adjust if necessary. I use PVA glue. It goes on white, as you can see, but it dries clear, and it also is nice and strong, so you don't need a lot. If you put too much glue onto paper, the fibres absorb the moisture in it, and that's when you get that horrible lumpy effect, and there's nothing you can do. Once the fibres are wet and they've swollen, your card is going to be wrinkled. So a little bit of glue, line it up roughly by eye with the middle and press it down. I'm just going to check I haven't got any glue behind. No, we're good. So that's the first bit. On the back part, I've got a footballer and the beer bottle. So again, I'm going to have these sticking up above the line, and I'm going to match them with the edge. So again, I'm only going to put glue on the bottom half, just along there, around the bottom edge, little squiggle in the middle. Pop that in there. And with the beer bottle, just making sure I get the right half of the octagon to glue. And I'm matching up the side edge like that. But now I'm just going to check that it looks okay from the front. Yes, it does. They both look even. They both look matching on against the front there. Nothing's hidden. And I'll press it down. And there we go. So the main part of the card is already done, but I'm just going to flip it over now, because as you can see, you've still got lots of beer bottles on the back, so it would be very difficult to write on. So I've kept this blank octagon, and I'm going to glue that on the back, along with a strip that says Happy Father's Day. And this I'm going to put glue all over because I'm going to secure all the edges on it. I'm not going to have it sticking up. So line it up centered and at the top, looking good. And the Happy Father's Day again, just some wet glue all the way down it to make sure the edges stick. It's going nowhere. And I've put it down there, just at the bottom of the octagon, with a little bit of the brown base showing. There we go. And there you have it. A really nice 3D Father's Day card that I'm sure any father would love to receive. So that's that. Now, those leftover bits. This is the second card that I made. And this one I did just with a beer theme for a happy birthday. So let me show you that. So I've got my own card blank here. It's actually, it's meant to be 6 by 6, but when I measured it, it's 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. And it came with an envelope, which obviously it's going to fit in, so that's useful. I also used sheet 2, this one, and I just cut these narrow panels individually. That's all I wanted from those, and here they are. So opening up the card, I'm going to do the front first, and I'm going to stick it there so that when I fold it back, like this one, it will be in the correct place on the front. So just getting my glue and gluing this one. I'm not going to glue it right to the bottom because the panel is actually longer than the card a little bit. So inside of the card, right up against the top corner and down that left hand edge, I'm going to stick that like that. I know it's hanging off the bottom, but I'm going to trim that in a minute. Good. Now I'm going to put the score line in to fold the front. And I waited until now because I wasn't sure where it needed to be, and I can always make a few minor adjustments. So I'm putting my ruler right on the line there, scoring down the white card and folding it back. There we go. And again, just burnishing it all out to make a nice fold. So that's created me this front fold, the fold back, should I say, on the front. Okay, and I'm just going to trim now the excess off the bottom so that it fits. Now I know you think, oh dear, she's lost that brown edging, but I'm going to do something about that in a moment. So that's the front of the card. Now it also reveals the inside of the card. So again, get your bottles the right way round, and we're going to stick this on. It fits pretty nicely onto there, but if it didn't, make sure that the centre lines up and just trim any excess off on this side, because it won't come to any harm, but it will look a lot better if the edges meet up. And again, gluing around the edges, but not quite to the bottom, because I know it won't be going that far down. A little bit of glue in the middle. Gluing it down there. That's looking lovely. There we go. And again, I'm going to trim off the bottom. It's really, really quick and easy when you download all the elements that you want and just have them already printed, looking pretty, and all you have to do is play with them. Right, on the original card, I hid the bottom by cutting these happy birthday strips. There's a long happy birthday here, you see. So I cut 2 of the pieces off as long as I could get them. So it's going to be there, and from the other end, there. And these will now sit at the bottom and disguise the fact that we've lost the brown edge. There and there. Lovely. So a little bit more glue. And that's it. Very nice. Draws the eye away from that. And this, as I say, is a complimenting birthday card from the same theme. That's on there. And we're looking good. So on this one, I put a beer bottle. There's a nice print out of that. But for this one, I'm going to do a football and a beer again. So I'm going to stick the octagon right on the front. And this time, instead of using the red strip, I'm going to use the blue strip. And again, I only need to glue half of it. And this time it's the left-hand side, or the right-hand side when I've turned it over. Go carefully with that. So, glue around the edges and a squiggle in the middle. Turn it back and glue it as the centrepiece on the front of the card. Good. And again, make sure you haven't got any glue spilling out onto the back. Wipe it up quickly. That's good. Now inside the card, I've got the happy birthday message, but I want it to be covered initially by the footballer. I'm going to glue all of this on the back, line it up, hopefully, and then stick it down. So there's glue on all of it. So I'm just getting some guidance from this top octagon. Pressing it into place like that. And smoothing it down nicely. So as you can see now, when it's closed, here's a football card with happy birthday on, but it opens up with the surprise happy birthday message. There we go. So 2 lovely cards that didn't take very long at all to make, and they all come from one beautiful download, so go and check it out. Thanks very much for watching. See you next time.